Ladies and gentlemen, this is Windows 8, and that's it. We're done. No, I'm just kidding. That's me. And right now you're not going to see what my password is, obviously. But go log me in. Well, the first thing I want to do is actually log us out. Let me adjust this camera. Log us out. Shut down the computer and see how long it takes to boot up. And I know, there's plenty of, Windows 8 videos out there about like how to do this and that and the other. I'm just going to mainly focus on, can I play my Steam games on this? Because, I think that's the worry that, and Skype just aired out. That's great. Windows still has errors. That's something that Alfred expressed. He was worried about whether or not, the experience of playing PC games would be impeded. Okay, so the power light just went off. So we are going to press the power on now and see how fast it boots up. So this is the dude. This is the boot up logo. I don't know if you can see me in the... Okay, there we go. So we're here, and I'm going to log in. And we're in. Notice how we're in already. And this laptop that I'm running on is a it's a regular HDD. It's not an SSD. It's not a solid state drive. It's I'm trying to think if it's 7200 RPM. I think it's 7200 RPM, but still, I've never booted this fast into any Windows on my computer without an SSD. There's a very good chance that this actually might boot faster than my current desktop, which is running an SSD. I haven't done timing tests, so I don't know. But the first thing is, alright, I don't like this shit. I want to just get to my desktop so I can play Steam. It looks like it's making it really difficult. Well, no. Icon's right there. That's this thing over here, right? You click it. Oh, look, there you are. Oh, that was so difficult. Oh, God. Right. So you're right there. This is everything that previous Windows 7 offered except for no start menu, and that's totally fine. Let me cancel out this login because it wants to auto login, but let's cancel it. So, first of all, Steam is right here. You can't even see it on the camera, but it's right there. The icon's right there. I pinned it to the taskbar. Here's my desktop icon, right? And just like in Windows 7, I can drag it down here and pin it there. Easy. I won't, because I've already done that. If not, you could do this charms bar, which I think is the stupidest name in the world, but if you move to the upper right-hand corner, these charms come out, right? And you go down to search. Steam. Whoops, I misspelled Steam. It's right there. And it's there again. If I right-click it, I can do all these options on the bottom, which you can't really see that well. But let me see if I can possibly zoom in. Here we go. So I'm not sure if it's coming through because it's probably trying to focus, but this one says unpin from taskbar. If it wasn't pinned already, I would pin it to the taskbar and it'd be fine. This is also pinned to my start menu. If it wasn't pinned, it would say pin to start menu, and when I click it, Steam would be pinned to my start menu, which is, the new Metro style interface. So sorry about that. I had a battery problem, but we're back. So, from this search menu, you can do whatever you need to do to Steam. You can tag it to your start menu, which is this. You can tag it to your desktop over here, which I've already done. And, you have the program right there available for you. So we know how it works from the desktop. You just click the icon there and it's fine. Let's say I just want to go through it from the start menu. Is it going to screw up if I just hit this Steam icon right there? Is it going to mess up or what? Well, let's see what happens. Oh, well, look, it just goes into desktop mode for us. And I have to relog in. We have some construction going on upstairs. That's really annoying. A very long password. I can't remember if I typed it right. I'm trying to type with one hand. All right, there we go. So it's connecting. And unless I typed it wrong, we should be in. Great. We're in. Big whoop. No hassle, no problem at all. So I can go back to desktop mode, and I can futz around here. I can say, oh, what's the weather like in desktop mode, and all this blah, blah. You know, it's pretty crappy here in New York. That's how it is. And I just want to go back to Steam, so I do the task switching over here. Back in Steam. Really easy. Really, really easy. Will the game work? Sure. Let's go into Assassin's Creed Revelations. Play. It's going to load up Uplay and all this crap. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Play. Just fine. I don't see a problem. It is just fine. Inspired by historical events. We don't want to offend anybody. Blah, blah, blah. Ubisoft. Brr. So, let me find an Xbox 360 controller and plug it in and see if there's any problems. So I have my 360 controller. I'm going to plug it in a USB port. And it is in. Now, the thing with Assassin's Creed Revelations on PC is that if you don't have it plugged in, it's not automatically going to switch, so I'm going to have to go here. And you're about to play in offline mode. You'll blah, 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 bite me. Options, controls, keyboard and mouse. No, thank you. That's not good. I think this is a problem with Revelations and the way that it handles it. So let's exit, accept. But so far, you're seeing that, you know, the game runs, and there's no issue with, you know, Windows 8 screwing up what it needs to do to run a game from Windows 7. I mean, I think I don't want to speak on the technical terms because I don't know this stuff for sure, but I believe the core of it is the same as Windows 7. I mean, they've made some updates to it, but nothing dramatic like going from Windows 98 to Windows XP, for example. So let's see if it works this time. I'll have to close Uplay. Close you out. And again, the controller not working, I think, is more of a side effect of what's it called? Of Revelations not really cooperating with, or Uplay cooperating with when you plug something in the middle of the game. Is it going to recognize it? No, and I've never had a problem with that. So we're going to play here. Synchronizing with the cloud. Meh. We don't want to offend people. Blah da 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 da. Herba da her, herba da her. Alright, so now we're in. Hopefully this recognizes the controller. I don't know why this isn't logging in for me. I think that's very odd. Maybe this won't work after all because I'm in offline mode. I have no idea. Oh, there we go. See? There we go. Back, back, back. So far so good. No problem so far. No problem whatsoever. I don't know where I'm going. Let's see what I want to do. I would like to buy a landmark just for kicks. So why don't I buy this guy? So which way? Oh, let me pay off this guy. Yep. Take my money. Take my money, bitch. Alright, so just gonna buy this landmark here. I have not noticed any performance degradation of my games between Windows 7 and Windows 8. Now, to be fair, I have also not necessarily noticed any performance enhancements to my games with Windows 8. You know, meaning like the visual performance or anything. That said, I have not run any benchmarks. I didn't really try to run benchmarks after I ran Windows 8. I just installed it and I just went, and things seemed fine. So I also don't remember what my Windows 7 numbers are. Maybe I'll do that on my desktop and see what it looks like. But so far, so good. I mean, obviously, I'm not surprised with this because I've been running with Windows 8 for maybe the past 2 weeks now. That's how long it's been out. Sorry, guy. And I've not perceived any problems at all with this. I did run into some issues when I loaded it in the first time because what I did was just kind of updated my current, or at least my former laptop's Windows 7 install, and usually that's not a good idea. A lot of times you'll find on tech sites that people say, hey, you know, instead of just doing the straight upgrade over, and this guy's going to see me, I don't really care. Instead of just doing the straight upgrade over your old OS, you really should back up your data and start from scratch. And I was like, no, everyone had said that Windows 8 upgrade was supposed to be, you know, really convenient and not show any problems, so I'm just going to do it this way. Well, guess what? There were problems. There almost always are problems, so never expect to get away with that. However, the cool thing is that when I experienced the problems, I did not go back and reformat my drive and reinstall and all that shit. What I did was I just went, and I'll show this to you in a second, but I went to settings and I did refresh PC, and what that did was it did remove all my applications, but it kept my data. So at least I had my data. I didn't have to back it up. It was all right there. Resume here. I'm going to buy this landmark. Is Windows 8 going to stop me from buying this landmark? No, it's not. Come on. I am purchasing. There we go. This column purchased. It's going to save. And I am going to quit. Quit to Windows. Okay, so there you go. Not a big deal. Everything ran fine. Windows 8 did not do anything that, you know, killed the OS. I mean, killed the game or anything like that. I know that when I did the video of, you know, checking to update your Windows 8 install, or I'm sorry, checking to see if your machine was eligible for upgrade, whether or not it could run certain games, and we saw that Torchlight needed an update. I don't know if that's necessary or not. I mean, I'm just gonna hit play right now and see what happens. I haven't really played Torchlight. And do you want to allow the following program? Yeah, whatever. I do. Preparing for first time setup. And it's gonna go through all this install stuff, but I do believe I ran Torchlight before, and it ran with no problems. So instead of putting you through this, I mean, take my word for it, it's fine. It works just fine. If I want to exit it, same freaking thing, you know. And if you're feeling frisky and you want to see the weather while you are in Steam, you can even, I believe, do this. Come here, weather. You could put the weather next to your Steam or whatever else is running on the desktop. I'm going to close this, and I'm going to open up Internet Explorer. And, you know, it plays nicely with the desktop. Right, here's your weather. right here, and then here's your Steam right here, and it's all gravy. It works nicely. And let's say I want to switch to the weather full time, or at least big mode. Here I am. I'm going to close the weather. I'm going to move back to Steam. Or maybe I'll just close Steam from within the desktop, and I will close my desktop application. So you're fine. Now, if you have installed, and this is what I recommend, if you have installed your Steam games on a second hard drive, which that isn't the case with this laptop because it only has one hard drive, but on my main PC it's that way. If you installed all your Steam games on a second hard drive, great. Then if you do a Windows refresh, I believe all your data will still sit there and you'll be fine. All you have to do is reinstall Steam when you go back into Windows and it's updated and everything, and all the programs are blitzed. Since all the data is on a secondary hard drive, start up your browser, download Steam, install it, and just like moving your Steam install from one hard drive to another, it'll pick everything up. So how to do that? You go to the Charms bar, which again I think is stupid. Go to Settings. Go to Change PC Settings, and that's this thing right down in the corner. Change PC Settings. And I believe I believe it's in General. And it's this one. It says, refresh your PC without affecting your files. Let's see if my camera will focus on it for you. Yeah, refresh your PC without affecting your files. If your PC isn't running well, which it wasn't, you can refresh it without losing your photos, music, videos, and other personal files. And then you do get started. I'm not going to go through that process now, obviously, but you do that, all your data's there, and you're fine. So if you're worried about if you're curious about Windows 8 and you think that $15 is a good deal for an OS upgrade, which it really is, this is worth more than the $15 I paid for it, I'm telling you. For a slightly more stable OS, a little bit more smartly thought out, then I would say that you can proceed without fear. If your main fear is, I'm going to lose all my Steam games, just, use it on a PC with a second hard drive, and put your Steam games there, and then just reinstall Windows over it so that you don't reinstall Windows 8 over it so that you don't lose your data. Then do a refresh so that you can start all your applications from scratch. You'll have to reinstall all that stuff, but that's something that you should be doing anyway with any computer. And you'll still have your data, and you'll still have your Steam data on that other drive. And all you have to do now is install the Steam executable, and you're set. So let's turn this off. This is kind of stupid. The off button isn't like in the corner anywhere like that. It's I just zoomed out. I'm sorry. I'm zoomed in. I'm sorry. But the one stupid thing is like, let me show you one more kind of dumb thing. If I start Chrome from within the desktop, and then I go to the Start menu, and maybe this actually won't happen, because sometimes what happens is I'll start Chrome, I'll start Chrome in the desktop, and there it is. But then if I start Chrome from the Start menu, let's see if there's another instance. No. Okay, so what it's doing now is it happens to be starting Chrome from my desktop, even when I touch it in the Start menu. Sometimes what it would do, and I think this is really stupid, is if I'd started Chrome from the Start menu, it would open up its own instance of Chrome within this new UI. So it would show up without these close, minimize, and whatever buttons, because it was now running from within the Start menu interface. I don't know what happened that now I start it and it starts from the desktop, which is what I want, but regardless of what it is, that's one confusing thing. If you do, the same thing happens with Internet Explorer. Let me try it here. Oh no, it seems to be going to desktop. So that's a good thing for me. That is a good thing for me. It's going to desktop because I mainly operate in desktop mode, and that's good. Starting the weather app obviously is a Windows 8 modern UI app, so that's obviously going to start the Windows 8 weather. That'll never go into desktop mode. But, if you're in here, you may get confused a little bit. You may start Chrome from here, and it'll open up here, and you'll be like, why is, where do my close and minimize buttons go? And then, like, let's say you venture into the desktop mode, and you start Chrome from there, and then you're like, wait a second, I have Chrome open in 2 places now. And that's kind of stupid. But, again, it doesn't seem to be happening for me anymore, which, for me is a good thing. So lastly, let's shut down, which is what I was going to do before. And I think it's silly that shutdown isn't, like, easily accessible here or wherever, but it's not that big a deal to find. Instead of going to start and then shutdown, you go to Charms Bar, Settings, and then Power here. And then you choose shutdown, which, obviously you can't see because the camera's not focusing, but there it is. See? You choose shutdown, and Windows shuts down. So, again, big point, easy to run your games, no hassle or anything like that. And this is our audio recording right now. Hello, hello, hello. Real simple. I mean, it's really a matter of one extra step. Hit the desktop button. And how hard is that? I know people are, I shouldn't have to do that. With the faster boot up time that Windows 8 offers, it's a non-issue, really. So, take the plunge. If you're on the fence, you can proceed safely. You should be fine. I like it a lot. That's it. See you guys next time.